I might make it a little smaller. And I'm going to put a few more typography things on this page. I'm going to lower this back down so that I can see my book a little bit more clear. If I am happy with it, I can move on to the next page. Most pages are set up to be made like this. You select your photos you want to put on it, you select your layout, your background, stickers, ribbons, and frames. When your book is complete, you can see it if you select pages at the bottom of the screen. Scroll over left or right to see your other pages. You can move pages around by clicking and dragging them until the page is highlighted in another area of the book. I just drug page 4 in the place of page 3. So now what was on there is now on page 4. If I decide I do not like that option, I could click on 4 and drag it back to 3. This will put it back where it was. You cannot drag interior pages to the title page. Once you create the title page, it has to stay the title page. If you create a page in the book that you like better than your title, you will have to create that title page again. I have seen people say they screenshot them and use it like an image for the whole page, but you run the risk of it becoming very pixelated and not printing well, so be careful doing that method. On page 4, I want to show you how to use a photo as a background. Go back to your photos at the bottom of the tab. Page 4 is highlighted, and I'm going to go to Backgrounds. Down at the bottom it says Use Photo as Background. Select that. If you get a prompt, you could choose not to show it again, or it could pop up every time as a reminder. Your choice, and then hit Get Started. The background will go gray. This is where you're going to put your photo. Select your photo and drag it into the page. Your background is now set. If you want to change the transparency, just double click on the background. This is going to open up the photo editor. You could drag the slider from left to right to make the photo lighter or darker. A transparent photo kind of gives a good effect when you're layering other photos on the page. If you go to Layouts, you will be able to continue to add photos as normal, even if your photo is a background. If your pictures cover your background image, make sure your advanced editing is on and just drag them out of the way. You could then add frames so they stand out from the background image. On page 5, I wanted to show you a few options for the photo editor. Double-click on any photo. You could choose to lose the image alone and not make any changes, or you could select sunshine, black and white, sepia, vibrant, vintage, or fade. If you select fade, you will be able to slide the toggle to make it lighter or darker. I'm going to make this photo black and white. If you choose not to make it black and white, you can always hit reset. That will take you back to the original image before you tried to make any changes. Once you are done, hit the Done button. Once your pages are completely full and you get to page 20, you could choose to end your book there, or you could choose to add more pages if you need more room. To add more pages, you would select Add Pages at the top left. You can add up to 91 pages to your book. The book's total can only be 111. So I'm going to add 91 pages to max out this book. You could choose to add the 91 pages after page 20, before page 20, or to the end of the project. I'm going to do it after page 20. That's the end of the project, so we're just going to keep it on that. If I was on page 5, it would ask me if I want to add it after page 5. And then I will hit add. I now have 91 pages added to my book to make 111. A few other things about pages that you need to know. If you go to page, you can select remove page or move page. So once you have them fully edited, you can opt to change them around. You can remove photos, remove stickers, and remove text this way as well. It will ask you where you want to remove your photos from. Do you want to move it from the page you have selected, or do you want to remove all photos from the project? Another way to cancel out a photo is turn off advanced editing, and you can hit X. That will take the photo out. If you want to get rid of the photo altogether, turn on advanced editing and drag the photo off of the page. If you decide not to do that, hit undo. If you would like to add a text box, select add text box at the top. You can move it around and size it the way you need it. If my text doesn't fit, but I know I want it to be large, I will hit OK. And then I can adjust my text box so that it does fit. I can also move this around wherever I want on the page. Or if I want it on the other page, I can drag it to that one. If you like the way your layout is, but you want to add another photo to it, select Add Photo. This is a custom sized photo to your preferences. I'm going to put a square in the corner. You will have to select your frame again. Go to Embellishments and hit Frame. You could choose to use the same color, or you could select a different one and drag it onto the photo. I'm going to use the same color as it stands out well against the background. If I want to align them, I will select two photos by holding down the Control key and then hitting Align Top Edges. If I have a row of 3, but I want them evenly spaced, you can hit Space and even out vertical spacing, horizontal if it applies. This will adjust them so they are equally spread out. You can then align them on the left, center, or right edges. We are going to align the centers. I'm going to choose a background for this page. I don't like the layout on this. The big photo I would think would be better if it was next to this big background. So if I go to Page and hit Flip Page, it will reverse my layout and I won't have to do the work. I'm going to add frames to complete this page. Make sure you save your project often. You don't want to lose all the hard work that you have put into your book. There are also videos and intro tutorials. If you get stumped and you don't know what to do next, there are idea pages. You can click Get More Idea Pages. Just like with backgrounds and embellishments, you can look at different ideas like interior pages, cover, and spreadsheets. For interior pages, we're just going to scroll through a few of them and select one. and hit Add to Project. My idea pages are showing up, just like my embellishments and my backgrounds. I'm going to use these idea pages on the next page. I will select the one I want to use. There is a photo box here that I could put any photo in. I drag my photo to it, and my page is complete. I can change any text box that is on the page. If it doesn't fit, I can expand it so that it does. I will do this again on page 7. This one did not have a photo box on it. I can add one if I would like by hitting Add Photo Area and placing the box wherever I would like to have it. If I want to add multiple photos, I can. If I want them to all be the same size, I would hold down Control and select each box and select Match. I can match the widest width, narrowest width, tallest height, shortest height, or width and height. Because I want these to all be the same, I'm going to say width and height. This makes all of them small. I can now line them up at the top. If I highlight all of them, I can drag them to the center. If I've reached center, a purple line will appear. I can space them out horizontally so that they are equal. And then I can align the top edges so that they are level. Looks like it was made that way. I'm going to go back to embellishments and add my frames. This page is complete and I can move on. I'm going to show you how to change your size. In the top left corner, select Project. You will see Change Size. Go ahead and click on that. You will have options to change from 8x8, 8x11, and so on. Doing another square book, you should not have to make other modifications. But I am going to change this book to 8x11 so that you can see what kind of changes might happen when you alter the size of a page. Shutterfly will give you a warning that your project will change. It will let you know text may no longer fit or wrap the same way. Photos may be cropped or have a lower resolution, and the layouts may change. I'm going to go ahead and change the size. You can see in the photos that they are a little bit more stretched out than they were previously. Our title page now has a wider format